Works by Design just released a fantastic video on a lock which he designed to be pickproof. He takes you through a wonderful cinematic journey of his creative thought process. Towards the end of the video, he interviews me as the lock picking expert as we talk about his new creation. This video will take you behind the scenes through a deeper dive on our conversation. I would classify Work by Design's lock as a traveling key lock. We are going to cover the definition and history of traveling key locks, how they were defeated, and the recommendations I gave him about the new lock. I will also discuss potential areas that I think may be improved. Locks that hide the key from the user are called traveling key or traveling carriage locks. The concept was first introduced by Hall in his 1848 patent. Schuylertown, a giant in the world of lockpickers and a relative of Henrytown, the partner of Linus Yale Jr., has a fantastic video on this lock. It was a lever lock that would hide the key from the user prior to authentication. Yale Jr. also went on to patent a traveling key lock in 1851. A more contemporary traveling key lock was the Forever Lock, which was manufactured in 2015. In this dimple-style bicycle lock, the key would be inserted and removed from the user's control prior to authentication. It was famously opened by a foil attack, beautifully demonstrated by Deviant Olam's video. This is an attack in which a key with its deepest cuts is created and covered with foil. The key is then inserted into the keyway, rocked back and forth until the pins are impressioned in the foil, and the lock opens. Multilock's first lock was called the Gamma, and it was attacked in this manner. Multilock successfully had a campaign to replace all of their locks to avert a major scandal. In practice, foil attacks are commonly used on dimple-style locks because the key geometry and their limited key pin heights lends itself to such an attack. We then discussed impressioning as an attack vector, and I recommended changing one or more of the key pins into a torpedo pin to make the attack more difficult. Of note, there have been other interesting patents which have attempted to thwart such attacks as well. I'm not a big fan of the plastic key pin idea, as I have concerns about its durability, which may render the lock inoperable during normal use. It could also potentially snap off during an impressioning attack. For a kinetic or bump attack, Work by Design's magnetic pin is interesting and novel. Perhaps an easier solution would just be using a stronger spring in one or more of the chambers, or using a specialized pin like Master's Bump Stop or Ilko's Bump Halt. Work by Design's key is also a really neat idea. He didn't tell me about this when we were discussing the lock. He explains using a magnetic dial turned 90 degrees to turn the magnet on and off. I would consider adding an additional 90 degrees of rotation and use the full potential of an attract and repel mechanism. I'd also explore using a simple mechanic coupler so that the shaft of the key doesn't come loose in your pocket, and some magnetic shield foil so that the keys don't get stuck to random items in your pocket and to the world. I'm excited to see Lock Noob's future video attempting to open this lock. We have already brainstormed about some potential improved attack vectors. I've also recommended sending the second lock to Deviant, who is one of the most talented and entertaining practitioners I know, as well as Rubber Band, who is an impressioning guru. I wanted to end this video by thanking Work by Design for allowing me to be part of his cool project. Much love to all who I've mentioned in this video, to all the giants whose shoulders I stand upon, and to the wonderful community and sport of lockpicking. Sincerely, your pal, ArtichokeTwoThousand.